Night Beat's Valerie St. John is live here and has more for us. Valerie?
Scientists think the stem cells of human embryos can help cure diseases like diabetes, Parkinson's, leukemia, but should human embryos be used in this way, and should federal funding support it? These are the questions the president will have to face, and some of those watching and waiting tonight consider it a matter of life and death. For almost all of his young life, 8-year-old Enrico Consoli has struggled with leukemia. The therapy, the tranquilizers, the agonizing ups and downs have formed the fiber of his existence, and his parents are running out of hope.
There is not much hope in this disease. Actually, you're trapped. You're trapped by the heavy dose of medication. You're trapped by the suffering of the disease.
The Consolis believe that as Enrico's cancer progresses, stem cell research using embryos may one day hold the key to keeping their little boy alive. In their position, it's tough to understand why the president wouldn't automatically opt to use federal funding on a practice which could save Enrico and help so many others. But using embryo cells, the seeds of human life, raises tricky questions when it comes to research, questions about when human life begins.
From the moment of conception, you have a human being. And if it is a human being, then you ought not to experiment on it or to use it as mere material for scientific research.
Opponents of the research argue that adult cells can and should be used instead of embryos. Others counter adult cells are far less effective in producing the various tissue types needed to save lives.
The interest in what are called embryonic stem cells is that they have much greater potential to form many different cell types.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to deal with this.
Now, if the decision is not to use federal funding for stem cell research involving embryos, what happens from here? Well, scientists say the research will go on, but it will happen at a slower pace than it would with the funding. Valerie St. John, KRON 4 News.